The mid-season finale of NCIS Origins ups the stakes for the Leroy Jethro Gibbs prequel series, introducing a vital relationship that explains a missing piece of his backstory. The outing highlights a character previously in the background, bringing them to the foreground as their story ties back to Gibbs. It's a complex outing, as the NCIS spin-off rotates between Gibbs' 1991 present and the 6 months that led to him joining NIS. The NCIS origin story has covered some vital Gibbs narratives from NCIS. The prequel expands on pivotal moments from the agent's past, explaining how his NIS colleagues navigate alongside the future agent in charge after the death of his family. Beyond what happened to Gibbs' wife and daughter in NCIS, the prequel story explores new characters, giving them their own challenges alongside the former Marine, and Episode 10 introduces the show's best character yet. 10. Gibbs apologizes to Lala about his Hernandez secret. Lala is mad at Gibbs. NCIS Origins Episode 9 covers a vital story from Gibbs' past, expanding on what happened in flashbacks in the original series. While NCIS audiences already knew that Gibbs shot and killed his family's murderer, the preceding episode confirmed that Gibbs killed his family's killer before joining NIS. The prequel series had kept the details vague until Episode 9, delivering a massive reveal when Gibbs and Lala Dominguez traveled to Tijuana, Mexico, for a case in the outing. Gibbs and Lala's case ties back to Pedro Hernandez, the leader of the Reynosa cartel and the man who murdered Gibbs' family. The outing brought new emotions, with Lala vowing to avenge Gibbs' family, only to discover Gibbs has other plans. When Frank's team discovers that a sniper shot Hernandez 6 months earlier, Lala knows Gibbs is responsible, and she's angry with her team members. In Episode 10, Gibbs apologizes for his transgressions, but it isn't enough to satisfy Lala. 9. Lala wants off Frank's NIS team. Lala doesn't trust Gibbs or Frank's. After returning to NIS, Gibbs and Lala stall to clear the air. In the episode's narration, Mark Harmon's older Gibbs notes that it took Lala days to look at him again. When Lala finally engages with Gibbs, he apologizes to her. Lala seems to partly understand, suggesting she doesn't know what she would do if someone killed her family. Still, Lala says she was hunting for Hernandez to help Gibbs and make him feel whole again, highlighting their intense relationship. While Gibbs is forthcoming in his apology, the female agent doesn't want to continue in her current circumstances. Lala tells Gibbs that she has a meeting with Special Agent in charge Cliff Wheeler on Monday, and she's requesting to leave Mike Frank's team, with strong reasons for her decision. Lala notes that after learning Gibbs killed Pedro Hernandez, she doesn't trust him or Frank's, who allowed him access to the information he needed to do the job. 8. Gibbs gets an upsetting phone call. Gibbs walks out of NIS. While it's been an emotional day already with Lala's confrontation, Gibbs gets a phone call that worsens everything. NCIS Origins doesn't reveal what the call is about at the time, but the episode reveals its meaning and how it ties back to Gibbs's story in NCIS. After receiving the upsetting phone call, Gibbs walks out of NIS. While the agent had an emotional start at the agency, he's been more composed since getting his footing, so it's a rare moment for Gibbs. Harmon's narration describes how things were difficult for Gibbs then, and the phone call strained his ability to roll with the punches. Without revealing what he's distracting himself from, NCIS Origins shows Gibbs hauling lumber into the office as he prepares to build a shelving unit for the office's storage unit. Gibbs wants to help Mary Jo and others access stored items more quickly, and the moment calls back to Gibbs' love of carpentry and how he uses the hobby to process grief. 7. Flashbacks show Gibbs' life after getting discharged. Gibbs can't tell his dad. While NCIS Origins shows many glimpses into Gibbs' life after getting discharged from the Marines, Episode 10 recreates the moment. Stoles Gibbs takes his gear to check out and is cleared as an official civilian, with his fellow soldier noting that his war objects were well used. The moment gives NCIS viewers a clearer picture of Gibbs' emotional state when transitioning between careers, including how he processed leaving the Corps and what he did to Pedro Hernandez after an outburst over the murder. Pedro Hernandez calls his landlord, Ruth, to check in on him. She asks her unruly tenant to pack up and leave. However, Ruth eventually has a change of heart and lets him back inside, telling him she's aware of what happened to his family. NCIS Origins shows how Ruth is vital to Gibbs' recovery, bringing over puzzles as they sit silently and complete them together. The friendship is essential in light of the reveal of how Franks treats Gibbs.